Selena's heart pounded as the spotlight hit her face, the murmurs of the crowded ballroom turning into a deafening roar. There she stood, frozen on stage at the annual company gala, while her boss, Magnolia, the formidable CEO of Apex Innovations, pointed a manicured finger at her, voice slicing through the air like a blade. "This is what happens when personal distractions bleed into professional life," Magnolia declared, her eyes cold and unyielding, outing Selena's relationship with another woman in front of 200 colleagues, investors, and board members. In that moment, Selena's mind raced back to the whispered promises she'd made to herself years ago, vowing never to let her identity become a weapon against her. But here it was, wielded publicly by the woman who had mentored her, promoted her, and now betrayed her without a second thought. The humiliation burned deep, a fire that threatened to consume her composure. How had it come to this? Just hours earlier, she'd been in her office, finalizing a presentation that could seal a multimillion-dollar deal, feeling on top of the world. Now she was reduced to a spectacle, her private life dissected for all to see. Magnolia's words echoed in Selena's ears. "We can't afford liabilities like this in leadership roles." Liabilities. That's what she called it. Selena's love for Emily, a quiet artist who'd never set foot in this corporate jungle. Selena clenched her fists, nails digging into her palms, fighting the urge to scream back. Instead, she thought of her sister, Captain Arya Thompson, stationed halfway across the world on a Navy destroyer. Arya, the unbreakable one, who'd always told her to stand tall. If only Arya knew, she'd march in here and dismantle this farce. But Selena couldn't drag her into this, not yet. As the audience shifted uncomfortably, whispers turning to gasps, Selena stepped off the stage, her heels clicking like ticking bombs on the marble floor. She needed air, space to process the betrayal. Magnolia had been more than a boss. She'd been a confidant, sharing late-night strategy sessions where Selena had opened up about her struggles as a lesbian in a conservative industry. Had it all been a ploy? A test of loyalty that Selena had failed simply by being herself? Back in her apartment that night, Selena paced the living room, the city lights of Seattle blurring through tear-streaked windows. Emily held her, murmuring reassurances, but Selena's thoughts spiraled inward. Why me? She'd wonder, replaying every promotion, every praise from Magnolia. Was it jealousy? Magnolia, single and driven, had always seemed envious of Selena's balance between work and life. Or was it deeper, societal pressure seeping into even the most progressive boardrooms? Apex prided itself on diversity, yet here was its CEO enforcing outdated norms. The next morning, emails flooded in. Supportive notes from allies, cautious condolences from fence-sitters, and outright vitriol from anonymous accounts. Selena stared at her screen, the weight of it all pressing down. She couldn't quit. That would validate Magnolia's accusations. No, she had to fight, but how? Her mind drifted to Arya again. Her sister, a decorated officer, had faced her own battles, coming out in the military post don't tell, enduring hazing and isolation. Strength isn't in the fight, Arya had said once. It's in the choice to keep going. Selena picked up her phone, fingers hovering over Arya's number. Calling her would mean pulling her into this mess, potentially risking her career if it blew up. But silence felt like surrender. At work, the atmosphere was toxic. Colleagues averted eyes in the hallways. Meetings dragged with unspoken tension. Magnolia acted as if nothing happened, summoning Selena to her office for a performance review. Selena entered, spine straight, masking the storm inside. "This isn't personal," Magnolia said coolly, sliding a document across the desk. A demotion disguised as a reassignment. Selena's blood boiled. Personal. It was the epitome of personal. She thought of her parents back in Texas, devout Catholics who'd barely accepted her orientation after years of therapy and tears. If they saw this, it would reopen old wounds. Why? Selena demanded, voice steady despite the tremor in her chest. Magnolia leaned back, her expression a mask of corporate detachment. The board has concerns. Your lifestyle choices reflect on the company. Lifestyle. The word twisted like a knife. Selena wanted to argue, to cite laws against discrimination, but she knew the game, subtle sabotage hidden behind performance metrics. Leaving the office, she felt isolated, the weight of societal judgment crushing her resolve. That evening she confided in Emily over dinner, their hands intertwined under the table. "I can't let her win," Selena whispered. Emily nodded, but her eyes held fear of losing Selena to this battle. Days blurred into a haze of strategy. Selena documented everything. Emails, meetings, the gala speech recorded by a sympathetic intern. She reached out to HR, but they stonewalled, loyal to Magnolia. Inner conflict raged. Part of her admired Magnolia's ruthlessness, the drive that built Apex from a startup to an empire. Had Selena been too naive, trusting too easily? Or was this the price of authenticity in a world that demanded conformity? Then came the call from Arya. "I heard," her sister said, voice crackling over the satellite line. Selena's heart sank. News traveled fast in military circles, apparently. "Don't do anything rash," Arya warned. But Selena could hear the fury beneath. Arya, ever the protector, promised to help from afar. But Selena wondered, at what cost? Involving family meant exposing vulnerabilities, risking more pain. As she hung up, Selena stared at her reflection, questioning every decision that led here. Was standing up worth the fallout? The tension escalated when Magnolia announced a company-wide diversity training. Ironic, given her actions. Selena attended, seething as consultants preached inclusion. During Q&A, she raised her hand, voice cutting through the room. "How do we address hypocrisy from the top?" Gasps followed, but Magnolia's glare promised retaliation. That night, Selena journaled her thoughts, pouring out the anguish. The fear of being defined by her sexuality, the betrayal by a mentor, the societal mirror reflecting back ugliness she'd fought to escape. As the week ended, whispers of a board investigation surfaced. Selena's documentation had leaked. Anonymous tips flooding in. She hadn't done it, perhaps an ally had. Panic set in. Was this escalation too far? The moral quandary gnawed at her. Fighting fire with fire or justified self-defense? Emily urged caution, but Selena's resolve hardened. This wasn't just about her. It was about every LGBTQ employee silenced by fear. Magnolia sat in her corner office, the Seattle skyline mocking her with its serene indifference. How had a simple speech spiraled into this chaos? She'd meant to make an example, to reinforce the company's focus on undivided loyalty, but outing Selena felt like a misstep now, a crack in her armor. Investors were calling, questioning her judgment. The board murmured about PR disasters. Her mind replayed the gala. Selena's shocked face, the audience's unease. Magnolia had built her career on tough decisions, sacrificing personal life for success. At 45, she was Apex's Iron Lady, but alone. Divorced twice, no children, relationships fleeting. Selena's openness about her love life had irked her. A reminder of what Magnolia lacked. Was it envy? Or genuine concern for the company's image in a cutthroat market? Pacing, she thought of her own secrets. Raised in a strict Southern Baptist family, Magnolia had buried any non-conforming thoughts deep. Society expected her to be the perfect executive. Poised, heterosexual, unyielding. Admitting vulnerability wasn't an option. But Selena's defiance stirred something. Admiration mixed with resentment. Why could Selena have it all while Magnolia played the role? The HR director knocked face grim. Complaints are piling up. Discrimination claims. Magnolia waved it off, but doubt crept in. Had she crossed a line? Ethical dilemmas swirled. Protecting the company versus fairness. She recalled mentoring Selena, seeing potential in her sharp mind, her drive. Betraying that trust now haunted her nights. Selena, meanwhile, navigated the minefield of work. Colleagues split. Some offered solidarity in hushed tones, others distanced themselves, fearing association. In a team meeting, a junior exec made a snide remark about distractions, echoing Magnolia's words. Selena's retort was sharp. "Focus on your deliverables, not my life." Inside, she crumbled, questioning if visibility was worth the isolation. Home provided no solace. Emily's patience waned. Arguments flared over Selena's obsession with justice. "You're letting this consume you," Emily said, eyes pleading. Selena pulled away, inner monologue raging. "Am I fighting for us or proving a point?" The pressure built, societal expectations weighing heavy. Be strong but not too aggressive. Be out but not disruptive. Aria's involvement escalated things. On leave she flew an unannounced, uniform crisp, metals gleaming. "We're fixing this," Arya declared, hugging Selena tightly. But Selena worried. Arya's career was spotless. Scandal could tarnish it. Over coffee, Arya shared her own stories: military prejudice, lost promotions due to whispers. "We pay the price either way," Arya said. "Might as well fight." Together they strategized. Arya connected Selena with a lawyer friend, specializing in workplace discrimination. Filing a lawsuit loomed, a double-edged sword. Vindication or career suicide? Moral conflicts tore at Selena. Expose Magnolia's hypocrisy, but at what human cost? Magnolia wasn't evil. She was a product of the system, much like Selena's parents, who called that weak, voices laced with concern and subtle judgment. "Dad, it's not a choice," Selena sighed into the phone. Her father's response: "We love you, but think of the family." The words stung, reopening wounds from her coming out at 19. The therapy sessions, the conditional acceptance. Society's lens distorted everything. Love became controversy, identity a battleground. Magnolia learned of Arya's arrival through office gossip. A Navy officer? The implication hit hard. Potential media storm if it went public. She summoned Selena again, this time softer. "Let's resolve this privately." Selena saw vulnerability in Magnolia's eyes, a crack in the facade. "You humiliated me publicly," Selena countered. The confrontation crackled with tension. Accusations flew, truths unearthed. "Why target me?" Selena pressed. Magnolia hesitated, then admitted, "I saw myself in you, ambitious but different. I buried it. You flaunt it." The revelation hung heavy. Magnolia had her own suppressed feelings? The irony twisted. A closeted CEO punishing openness. Selena's empathy clashed with anger. Understanding didn't excuse betrayal. Leaving, Selena grappled with the disclosure. Share it? It could destroy Magnolia, but withholding felt like complicity. Ethical tightrope. Revenge or mercy? Arya pushed for exposure. She deserves it. Emily advocated peace. End the cycle. Selena's indecision fueled sleepless nights, thoughts churning. Am I becoming what I hate? The board called an emergency meeting. Rumors of a leak, Selena's documentation circulating. Magnolia defended herself fiercely, but cracks showed. Post-meeting, she confronted a mirror in the executive washroom, whispering, "What have I done?" Regret bloomed, a rare emotion in her arsenal. Had power corrupted her, or was it fear of irrelevance of her own truths? Selena attended a support group that evening, sharing her story anonymously. Hearing others' tales of discrimination ignited resolve. This wasn't just personal, it was systemic. Back home, she drafted a statement, fingers trembling. Posting it online would amplify the drama, invite backlash, but also allies. As the day closed, a betrayal struck. An ally at work, fearing job loss, sided with Magnolia in a statement. Selena felt the sting deep, trust shattered again. Inner turmoil peaked. How many sacrifices for authenticity? The high cost of visibility loomed, but retreating meant defeat. The lawsuit papers sat on Selena's desk like a ticking bomb. Arya hovering nearby with military precision. "Sign it," Arya urged, her voice a mix of sisterly love and command. Selena hesitated, pen in hand, mind awash in consequences. Public scrutiny, financial drain, emotional toll. Was this the right choice or a vengeful one? Magnolia across town fielded calls from PR firms, damage control in full swing. The Gala video had leaked online, trending under Apex hypocrisy. Comments flooded. Support for Selena. Calls for Magnolia's resignation. She scrolled through them, each one a jab at her legacy. Inner reflection hit hard. Had she become the villain in her own story? Raised to value strength over emotion, she now questioned that upbringing. At a crisis meeting, board members grilled her. "This could cost us millions," one said. Magnolia argued her case. It was about performance. But doubt seeped in, she knew it was more. Post-meeting, she called her ex-husband, seeking perspective. "You always pushed people away," he said gently. The words echoed her fears. Loneliness as the price of ambition. Selena signed the papers, heart heavy. Emily watched, worry etched on her face. "This changes everything." Selena nodded, thoughts racing. for better or worse. The filing went public, media frenzy ensuing. Reporters camped outside Apex, interviewing employees. Selena's phone buzzed incessantly. Support from LGBTQ organizations, hate from trolls. Family pressure mounted. Her parents flew in, faces drawn. "This is tearing us apart," her mother said, tears flowing. Selena defended. "It's about justice." But guilt gnawed, dragging them into the spotlight, forcing them to confront their biases anew. Her father's silence spoke volumes, a man caught between love and tradition. Arya stood firm, using her leave to rally support. She spoke at a veterans LGBTQ event, linking military struggles to corporate ones. "Discrimination doesn't stop at uniforms," she declared. Applause followed, but Selena worried. Arya's superiors might frown. The sacrifice hit home. Family bonds tested by one woman's fight. Magnolia countered with a press release. "Misunderstandings occur. We're committed to inclusion." Hollow words she knew. Privately, she sought therapy, unpacking suppressed feelings. "I envy her freedom," she admitted to the counselor. The session unearthed pain. Youthful crushes ignored. Marriages failed due to inauthenticity. Was this awakening too late? Confrontations escalated. Selena and Magnolia met in mediation, lawyers flanking them. Tension thick, words sharp. "You betrayed my trust," Selena accused. Magnolia retorted. "You prioritized personal over professional." But beneath, empathy flickered. Shared experiences as women in power, navigating prejudice. The session ended in stalemate, but seeds of doubt planted. Selena left, pondering. Could forgiveness coexist with accountability? Arya dismissed it. "She doesn't deserve mercy." But Selena saw complexity. Magnolia as victim and perpetrator. Social fallout intensified. Friends distanced, fearing association. Online harassment targeted Selena's relationship. Emily bore it stoically, but cracks showed. "I didn't sign up for this," she confessed one night. Selena's heart ached. Was love worth the collateral damage? Magnolia faced her own isolation. Board allies wavered, investors pulled funds. At home, she stared at old photos, happier times before ambition consumed her. Regret deepened. Had she sacrificed humanity for success? A late-night email to Selena. "Let's talk off record." Selena agreed, meeting at a neutral cafe. No lawyers, just two women. Magnolia opened up. "I was wrong. Fear drove me." Selena listened, anger softening. "Fear of what?" Magnolia whispered. "Of being like you, open, vulnerable." The confession bridged gaps, but trust remained fractured. Leaving, Selena wrestled with emotions. Pity? Understanding? The moral ambiguity blurred lines. Right and wrong intertwined. Back home, she confided in Emily. "She's human." Emily nodded but warned. "Don't forget the hurt." The trial loomed, depositions grueling. Selena testified, voice steady, recounting the humiliation. Magnolia's turn revealed cracks, admitting bias, citing pressure from conservative stakeholders. The courtroom drama heightened, media sensationalizing every detail. Arya testified too, linking to broader issues. "My sister's fight is everyone's." Pride swelled in Selena, but fear lingered. What if they lost? The stakes. Career, relationships, self-worth. As proceedings dragged, personal tolls mounted. Selena's health suffered. Sleepless nights, anxiety attacks. She questioned, was this worth it? Inner strength faltered, but resolve returned with allies' support. Magnolia, similarly strained, considered resignation. Is power worth the soul? She pondered. A turning point neared, decisions looming with irreversible costs. Courtroom lights buzzed overhead as the judge called order, the air thick with anticipation. Selena sat rigid, Arya beside her, Emily in the gallery. Magnolia faced them across the aisle, composure cracking under scrutiny. The trial's climax approached, testimonies painting a mosaic of betrayal and bias. Selena's lawyer grilled Magnolia. Did you target her orientation? Magnolia hesitated then. It influenced my decision. Gasps rippled, admission sealed fates. Inner turmoil raged in Magnolia. Truth liberated, but at what price? Shareholders called furious. Her empire teetered. Post-session, Selena collapsed in the hallway, sobs racking her. It's too much, she whispered to Arya. Her sister held her. You're stronger than this. But doubt crept. Had vengeance overshadowed healing? Ethical debates swirled. Punishment versus reform. Media circus amplified. Interviews thrust Selena into spotlight, questions probing. How does it feel to take down your boss? She responded measuredly. It's about accountability. But privately exhaustion hit. Emily's support waned. Distance grew. I miss us, Emily said. Selena promised change, but the fight consumed. Magnolia's defense crumbled. Witnesses, former employees, revealed patterns. Subtle discriminations overlooked. She faced her reflection in hotel mirrors, whispering apologies to ghosts of past selves. Awakening bloomed. Therapy sessions delved deeper, unearthing repressed identity. I'm gay, she admitted aloud for the first time, tears flowing. The irony stung. Destroying another to hide her truth. A settlement offer came. Compensation, public apology, diversity reforms. Selena pondered. Accept and move on or push for trial's end. Allies urged acceptance. Arya pushed fight. Inner conflict peaked. Justice served or dragged out for principle. Family intervened. Parents met Magnolia privately, arranged by Arya. Awkward but revealing. We understand fear, Selena's mother said. Magnolia nodded. It blinded me. Bridges tentatively built, but wounds lingered. Selena chose settlement, heart heavy. Press conference followed. Magnolia apologized publicly, voice breaking. I was wrong. Prejudice has no place. Selena stood beside, accepting with grace. Media hailed it victory, but Selena felt hollow. Wins came with losses. Post-settlement, changes rippled. Apex implemented policies. Magnolia stepped down temporarily, seeking personal growth. She reached out to Selena. Thank you for forcing my eyes open. Selena replied cautiously. Healing takes time. Personal reckonings followed. Selena and Emily rebuilt, therapy aiding. I almost lost you, Selena confessed. Emily smiled. But you didn't. Arya returned to duty, proud but changed. Advocacy her new mission. Magnolia traveled, soul-searching. Letters to Selena. Updates on progress, offers of mentorship anew. Trust rebuilt slowly, a testament to resilience. Society's mirror reflected back. Progress amid pain. Selena pondered the costs, relationships strained, innocence lost. But growth emerged, identities affirmed. The settlement signing was a quiet affair. Papers shuffling like whispers of defeat and victory intertwined. Selena's hand trembled as she inked her name, thoughts flooding. Is this enough? The compensation was substantial, but no amount mended the public shaming. Arya clapped her shoulder. You did it. But Selena wondered. At whose expense? Magnolia watched from across the table, eyes downcast. Her mind replayed the journey, from denial to acceptance. Therapy had unearthed layers. Childhood repression, career sacrifices. I'm starting over, she thought, a mix of fear and hope. The apology presser loomed, a public humbling. Outside, protesters chanted for and against. Societal divide stark. Progressives cheered. Conservatives decried woke overreach. Selena navigated the crowd, inner voice questioning. Did I spark change or deepen rifts? Home, Emily waited with open arms. Proud of you. Their talk delved deep. Fears aired, commitments renewed. Selena's monologue internal. Love survived the storm, but scars remained. Therapy sessions followed, unpacking trauma. Arya's farewell dinner was bittersweet. You inspired me, she told Selena. Stories shared. Military parallels, shared resilience. Parents joined. Awkward hugs signaling tentative acceptance. We're learning, her father admitted. Selena's heart swelled, but skepticism lingered. Words versus actions. Magnolia's apology went viral. Sincere, tearful. I let fear rule. I hurt someone who deserved better. Comments varied. Forgiveness calls, unforgiving scorn. She stepped back from Apex, traveling to retreats, journaling confessions. Inner peace elusive but pursued. Months passed. Selena rose at Apex, implementing changes. Mentorship programs flourished. Diversity celebrated. But memories haunted. Gala echoes, betrayal stings. She reached out to Magnolia, coffee arranged. How are you? Genuine concern. Conversation flowed. Regrets shared, futures pondered. Magnolia revealed, "I'm dating a woman." Selena smiled. "Welcome to the club." Irony bonded them, former foes to uneasy allies. Societal shifts noted. Laws debated, conversations sparked. Selena's story inspired others, but she questioned. Was the pain worth it? Ethical gray areas persisted, choices debated. As life normalized, reflections deepened. Selena journaled. Sacrifices defined us, but so did triumphs. The high price of authenticity weighed, but freedom tasted sweet. Life post-settlement unfolded like a tentative dawn. Shadows lingering but light breaking through. Selena returned to Apex, promoted to VP, her ideas shaping policy. Colleagues nodded respectfully now, but whispers persisted. Victor or victim? Inner doubt nagged. Did I earn this or pity it? Emily and she planned a quiet getaway, rekindling sparks dimmed by drama. Walks on beaches, hands linked, conversations deep. We made it, Emily said. Selena nodded, but thoughts wandered. How close to breaking? Love's fragility exposed, strengthened. Arya called weekly, updates from C. Advocacy work thriving. Your fight lit fires, she said. Selena smiled. Family bonds fortified, sacrifices shared. Parents visited, progress slow but steady, acceptance growing. Magnolia reinvented. Consulting gigs, speaking on redemption. Her coming out article buzzed, inspiring closeted execs. She messaged Selena. Thank you. Response. We both won. Uneasy truths, lessons learned. But scars ached. Selena attended therapy, unpacking layers. Societal pressure molding her defenses. Why fight alone? She pondered. Allies emerged, networks built. LGBTQ professionals uniting. Challenges arose. Backlash from conservative clients, boycotts threatened. Selena stood firm, board backing her. Moral stands tested. Compromise or hold? She chose integrity, deals lost but respect gained. Personal growth bloomed. Selena volunteered at youth centers, sharing stories. Visibility costs but silence more, she told teens. Their eyes widened, hope kindled. Inner fulfillment. Purpose beyond career. Emily proposed one evening, ring simple. Through storms. Selena accepted, tears joyful. Wedding planned small, family attending. Parents beaming, Arya officiating. Magnolia attended, invited. Awkward hugs, genuine well wishes. Proud of you both, she said. Bridges mended, past forgiven if not forgotten. Years blurred. Apex thrived under inclusive leadership. Selena reflected. Journeys toll high, trust shattered, hearts bruised. But awakenings priceless. Selves embraced, societies nudged. Yet questions lingered. In a world of biases, who pays the price? The betrayed or betrayer? Cycles broken, but at what human cost? As Selena gazed at her life, love, family, career, she wondered aloud in quiet moments. Was it all worth the pain? The story leaves us pondering. Is exposing personal truths always the path to justice, or does it sometimes perpetuate more harm than good?